The story of Ateiku is one of God's great success stories, working through someone that says, "Yes, Lord, what would you have me do?"
The area I came from in the western region is typically gold mining area. So I decided to go to a mining school, gold mining school. So when I grow up, I can be what I want to become.
While in mining school, Lawrence had the weekend off, took the train to see his relatives.
So I went there and I just listened about 1, 2, 3 minutes. They said, "It's over. And if you can come tomorrow." And I said, "I'm troubled with the train." They said, "Oh, tomorrow will be Sunday, and glory be to God." They were not able to fix the train. So in the morning, I went to church with them, and that is the day I baptized to become a Christian. And always I keep on saying that the Lord did that with purpose. When my dad heard that I become a Christian, he became very furious with me and said, "Okay, 2 things, choose one. You quit going to the church, you go to the Church of Christ, or you quit the school." And I told them, "Mom and Dad, I cannot do this. I will choose to walk with Jesus." So my mom and my dad just said, "Okay, you are out of home." Then I heard about the village called Ateiku, that there was a Church of Christ there, have collapsed, and I decided, God, by faith, you call Abraham. I'm come to Ateiku with empty-handed, but I trust you. So by faith, I walked.
Ateiku was a small town. All this place is forest.
And when I saw the village, it is sad. There is no running water. There is no electricity.
There's no road over here. There's no lorry. So he fought.
And something that moves me, the kind of water they were drinking.
The children would just have to go to the stream, struggle with cattle and other livestock. They have to bath with the water. They have to drink with the same stream.
So I decided I want to dig a hand-dug well for them.
All the surrounding people, they got to know that this man is a good man.
It gave us a big hope and a big start that we can do something.
That was part of the plan of showing people really, and just his compassion and God's compassion for those people to get them some clean water.
And people started coming to the church, and people started hearing about Jesus. I started moving from village to village, preaching Jesus. And as I moved to villages, I saw the same problem I saw in Ateiku, that there is no water, there is no social amenities. So I have to start a program called Rural Evangelism Development Project.
Through that, they got some funding to drill from a bunch of Rotary organizations in the state of Tennessee.
Today, to the glory of God, we have dug over 112 wells. An average well serves between 2,000 to 3,000 people, times over 100, tells you how many hundreds of thousands of people are benefiting from the wells we are digging.
It gives the opportunity to teach and preach about Jesus Christ. It creates an economy, it gives some jobs, and all of the health benefits from having clean water to drink.
When we were building the wells and planting the churches, we got to the point that I saw that, no. You need to start training preachers.
Someone besides Lawrence had to be ready to preach and teach in all of these communities.
And that is how we started a preaching school.
So he went to the king and told him that he needed land So they give him a land.
It was a latrine place. Nobody liked it. And today, if you go there, that is where our Bible college is, and that place has become a center of African missions. Very soon, it will be a center of world missions. So that place, people don't like it, like a latrine place. Now, everybody loves to come.
And in building this up in the Rural Evangelism and Development Project, they can go to a village and they can evangelize a whole community.
So I've taken the mandate to come here and study more about the scriptures so that I can be of good help.
As a result of planting churches, get a preaching school, as I go to most of the people and we have to read, I show them passage, can you read for yourself? Said I can read. And that also moves me. So I said, God, help me to start not just a school, outstanding Christian school.
I saw something good about the school. After I've risen to the Deputy Director of Education, I've decided to come back to support the rural child.
Most of my students come from the villages around us. I have a few of them performing extremely well, but I have a few who are below average. And that I blame it on the poor background they had. So such students, we have to spend a lot of time with them to let them catch up.
It has flourished. He now has a school of 450 kids.
This is the only high school in the vicinity of Ateiku.
I must be frank, my students are brilliant students.
This year, the whole district, we are the second best school in our region. And it's a plus because we don't have the kind of equipment, the kind of textbooks, the kind of things we need. And we are still focusing to become a best school, not in our region, but in our country. That is our dream.
There are so many students who have qualified to go to school, but they don't have the money. And had it not been this school, the few students you see here, whose parents cannot have money to travel them to far places to school, they would not have the chance.
At the end of the day, even if one child is through our work as the church and even the school is able to be saved, I get my satisfaction.
So the school we are using to save souls, not only for secular education, but to give them opportunity to know their maker.
The people in the town itself, they know that Brother Lawrence have done a lot. Everybody that you ask in this town, because he have brought us the most important thing, that's hospital.
Anytime I will pray, I will add that to my prayer list, that God, Ateiku need a hospital. Because we have a health center that time. It's a small health center for just a first aid. But anything serious, you have to drive all the way to Takwa. And 2 hours drive, terrible road. And people keep on passing every day. The diseases that shouldn't take anybody, even to hospital, will kill people here.
And a lady that had traveled there on a mission trip fell in love with Lawrence's dream and actually funded the start of that hospital.
They have given us a modern, ultra-modern hospital, being manned by qualified nurses and qualified doctors.
Every month, we take care of over between 3,000 to 5,000 patients.
They have surgery rooms, they have waiting rooms, they have doctors, they have nurses, they have a pharmacy. Nobody would ever believe that a hospital like that can be sitting in the middle of a jungle, but it is.
So the people are happy that there is a hospital here.
And the healthcare card for kids, we've passed out over 1,000 of those cards. What that allows the holder of that card to do is to get healthcare for free. something as simple as a $15 healthcare card will generate over $100 a year to the hospital in revenues, and therefore the ability to show God's compassion for their physical health as well as their spiritual health. The story of Ateiku is one of God's great success stories, working through someone that says, "Yes, Lord, what would you have me do?"
So if Ateiku should be grateful, first to God, and then second to the Church of Christ, and especially to Pastor Lawrence Odro, because he is the light. All of you there were helping, but without somebody presenting the problems to you, you couldn't have known Ateiku.
The way I see God is He has a purpose for every time and season, and everything God has a purpose. And everything God has to achieve doesn't come easy.
The people of Ateiku are a blessed people. They're a poverty people, but they're blessed because they don't let it get in their way.
Every day I wake up, I don't see the problems. I don't care about the problems, but I just look to Jesus. He doesn't need rich people, scholars, big-time people to accomplish His purpose. If you give your heart, your spirit to Him, He don't care who you are. He will use you mightily.
That was it.
So always I keep on telling people, don't let hard days, bad days, compel you to turn back. Because out of nothing, He makes great things happen.
And that's what makes Lauren someone that you want to partner with, that you want to work with to God's glory.